Bottom, folks, we got a lot to discuss. Eze to Spurs, Rodrygo to City, Salvino to Spurs, Apple to Arsenal, man. People, Deluded, I'm back again. Smash the like button. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Of course, in some cases, good night. Now, on Sunday, we'll be playing Manchester United and the Premier League season kicks off. The transfer window is still open. I'm sure I speak for every Arsenal fan where we say, you know, we like what Mascara can bring. We're cool with Kepa. Zubamendinho, we love Zubamendi. Gyökeres, Glökeres, it speaks for itself how happy we are with a striker. But we need more. Some of you would say we need two new attackers. Some of you more want Eze, more want a left winger. Some people want both. You know, whether we get two or one, which I think we need to cross every toe and finger in our body and pray to whatever God and gods you lot worship, that we do get one. Two would be ideal. One is a minimum. If we get none, I feel it for the players. I feel it for the fans. I don't extend that to those that make the decisions at this football club, including Mikel Arteta, because we're betting on too much. We've got enough to challenge. Do we have enough to get over the line? And regardless, they're going to have to make it happen. Now, you can't help but do that typical football fan thing we do, which is get jealous, people. But yeah, before we get into all of that, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, do all of those things. Big up to you lot on Twitch. How's everyone been doing, man? I hope this week has been great for you and your loved ones. Hope everyone's in great health as usual. And with us getting ever closer to 70K, man, big up everyone who supports, man, in whatever capacity, I guess is the right word that you do. Crazy that Eze, Rodrygo, and HIJACK may all move this window and we ain't getting one of them Sharpies. You know, I didn't think I could get more angry, but yeah, like obviously HIJACK, we would have loved him. I think most Arsenal fans, you know, you would love Gyökeres and HIJACK, or you would have loved HIJACK. Like I personally think at Arsenal Football Club, HIJACK's the one they wanted. Like HIJACK was the dream. Obviously, it looks like he could move now, but that was off the table for us. Put a lot of groundwork into Sesko. It didn't happen. We've got Gyökeres. We can move forward. Rodrygo, you lot know I was very pessimistic for a variety of reasons, because I think when you want to go for them players, away from whatever we think about Rodrygo, whether he could be the guy or not, if you want to sit at the big boy table, you have to do big boy things. And what I mean by that is you have to be prepared to, regardless of PSR, or I don't even think it's PSR, how we want to operate, selling and buying, and regardless of that, you have to give anything from 60, 70, 80, 90, all the way to 100 million and give him the wages. And we know at this, we'll get into it, but Zinchenko's still on 100 grand. There's no progress in relation to him going. There's every now and again little rumblings about Gabriel Jesus going. Right now he's injured and he's on 265 grand a week. It'll be interesting to see, because of their form and what they do this season with the Kai Havertz's, the Martin Odegaards, the Martinellis, they're all on big money. Granted, Lokonga is nowhere near the top earners, but you know, you add up the fee, well, the wages of a Lokonga, of a Vieira, Nelson's on 100 grand, and you got some money to play with. But you have to decide that you want to kind of do that. For me, with Eze, I'll say it again, I would love Eze. I'm sure you lot would. I think a lot of us Arsenal fans are at that point where if we don't really care if you're a 10 or left wing or whatever, we just need a multifunctional guy that's Premier League proven and that can help us. But what I mean by, so we want him, I want him, you lot want him. I'm sure the players would get gassed. I'm sure if you look at, you know what, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, you know, all the English lads, they'd be even more gassed up on bringing in Eze. But I always say this, how badly do we want Eze? Now, I know no two transfers are the same and there's very different moving parts, really. But when you look at a theme of our transfers, these were the guys at this club right now. Ideally, they would have been brought in 2-3 weeks before, because they would have, well, give or take Gyökeres, Mascara, Madueke, they would have been in from the start of preseason before we jetted off to Asia. But granted, they're here for the start of the season. What I mean by that is, clearly in this summer, it became Sesko or Gyökeres. You got to go and get one. Gyökeres through the door. They identified Mascara, and for 13 odd million quid, that looks a steal. Zubamendi, us and people in Europe been chasing him for like 2-3 years. Cool, you got that one over the line. Partey didn't stay. Pivoted towards Norgard, cool, that's through the door. We needed a backup keeper, Kepa, that's through the door. You know, bearing in mind, Zubamendi's 26. And again, you and me, we don't care about If you're 26 and 27, it's not 96 and 97. But you have to bear that in mind, people, when you look at this objectively. We know how our club works. When they start seeing 26, 27, that's when the whole resale value shout start and longevity and all of that kind of ilk. We don't have any PSR issues. We're one of the most profitable clubs, but we like to do the sell to buy thing, right? So as I was saying, you got Gyökeres actually 27, Zubimendi 26, Rice, 25, give or take. You know, Marino came in last year and he's near the latter stages. Now you look at the fact that Eze is 27. And as I was saying before, people, bearing in mind this is long-winded, I can comprehend that. Smash the like button. He's 27. And I have no doubt Arsenal like Eze. But how much do you like Eze? Now, we're going to go over everything. 1 minute the release clause is gone, then it's not. But do you like him enough to activate his release clause? Do you like him enough to pay close to his release clause? Are they looking at it as granted? You know, we want to have different options in games and be flexible and evolve. But how often are you going to see one of Rice or Zubimendi drop out? One of them is the lone six, and you've got Eze and Odegaard. You know, obviously, I'm not saying Eze can't take Odegaard's spot. I'm not saying he, you know, can't mix and blend and have two competitive thingies there, yeah. But at the same time, you've got Wanyeri, you've got Odegaard. Did they want to add Eze to that? On the left-hand side, did they see Eze as a left winger? And then obviously Eze is going to cost something decent and he's going to be on big wages. So how much do they love Eze? Do they love Eze that they want him at quote-unquote any cost? Or do they love Eze in that, you know, it's too good to turn down? The way the deal is structured, that makes sense. The fee, that makes sense. Some outgoings, that makes sense. I don't blame Eze. I don't want him to sign for them down the road. But they've been chasing him for 2-3 years. Obviously, they've got into the Champions League via winning the Europa League. And you know what? If United won that, with what they're doing, they would have even done even more of a madness. But Champions League, London, I do think some Arsenal fans get into this mythical world, yeah, where they think the world stops. Eze can't stop for Arsenal. Whether you think Tottenham's a good or bad move or whatever, it's making sense. They're in the Champions League, seeing the business they've done, obviously the ambitions. They've got a great manager in Thomas Frank now. It makes sense. So for me, when it came to Rodrygo or Eze, I thought Eze was more realistic. Focus on that kind of thing is what it is. But as I said, as I've also said, if you don't get Eze, that's telling me you want a versatile, multifunctional attacking player. Couldn't tell you who the next one is. Go and get that. If you genuinely wanted Rodrygo, that's telling me you want a level raiser on the left-hand side. Because again, I feel sorry for Madueke, but everyone's going to look at that. And, you know, Madueke has to do his thing, but Mikel Arteta and the boys, that's on you. Whether you go and get Rodrygo, Eze, you know, prime Lionel Messi, or we do nothing beyond this point in the transfer window, anything else, people, bar outgoings, you know what Mikel Arteta, you know what you need to do, mate. So you're telling me indirectly you have enough. I'm not working for Arsenal Football Club. I don't know the deals you tried and the very moving parts. You're just telling me that is enough to get over the line, which I hope it is. Granted, go and get it done. But yeah, it is crazy. And I must admit, I'm doing too much personally with the Silvinho thing. Brazil bias, you know me, people. Once Brazilian players get linked, I'm on it. But I'd be for him, man. I'd be for him. Arteta's favourite goes to guard, 29 now, Madueke. Arteta is the biggest problem at the club. The club got their targets. Additional players are just that. We have plenty of players who do AM. Finding them all game time with Eze a hard juggle. You say that, and I think on paper it is, but there's enough games, bro. There's 38 Premier League games, let alone if you're Arsenal, if you're Liverpool, if you're Chelsea, if you're Manchester City or Man United, you're looking at 50 plus games, depending on where you go. And obviously people get injured. You're right. In August, when you've got one game a week and everybody's fit, yeah, you know, Odegaard, assuming we got Eze, who else is there? Wanyeri, but it is what it is. We need a stronger side. We need a stronger playing squad, really. Like, are we trying to give man playing time for the playing time's sake? Or are we trying to have bodies? And then, if you want to play, you'll play. Of course, the manager's the one that makes you play. But when you get your chance, take it. Whether I'm jumping the gun a bit, but Max Dowman, Eze, Wanyeri, Odegaard, whatever. Kai Havertz could actually, we can't rule out him playing in that Odegaard role. Going back to the point I made, you still need players, bro. You still need players. You need players with stardust and all of those things. So I'm past the point of getting mad, man. Do you think we'll get Eze? Not anymore. I thought we had a realistic chance of Eze, but and again, I don't work for Arsenal, and there's a lot of twists and turns, no doubt, but Spurs are making movements, in it. Like, I'm sure Arsenal's spoken to his agent and that, but Spurs are literally trying to get a deal done. If you're Eze and you're holding out for Arsenal, and I have no doubt they've been speaking to your advisors, but Spurs are trying to get the deal done, and you don't actually, Arsenal are going to take that indirect talk with your agent to actually bidding and proper communications with Crystal Palace, you ain't got time to wait for anyone, because what happens? You stay at Crystal Palace, which isn't bad, but you don't get the move to play in the Champions League. And I think Eze, regardless, will be in the England squad under Thomas Tuchel, but you never know what that can do for you. So it'd be interesting. I recently learned my favorite uncle, who's a Spurs fan, was a Man United fan, a big fan. Right, he switched clubs. You got to watch that uncle closely, my dude. Pick him up, though. If we don't sign another player, the narratives will be mad. By choice, Eze would pick Arsenal. The problem is he agreed to join Spurs 2 months ago. Eze has the same agent as Spurs, as Son. To be fair, people, agreements don't mean anything if there's nothing in cold-hearted writing. If Arsenal forward with that, if Arsenal were moving at the same pace as Spurs and both were in talks, I reckon we get him. Then there's a decision to make, people. So yeah, Eze deal to Spurs is done all over. But Gostergaard injured last year. Did he play Ethan in the number 10? No, he didn't. So what makes you think he's going to do that this season? It's all BS. To be fair, he's been starting centrally in preseason and he is an option. And to be fair, he did play there against Everton. But you are right. He was reluctant to blood him there. I personally think had Kai Havertz not have been injured, he would have probably went into that 10 ahead of Odegaard. But I hear that you're frustrated. Let's be a bit respectful to people in the chat. I know you don't mean it, but there's no need to swear at me and do all of them kind of things there. I know you're frustrated, but please relax. And we've got to remember, I'm not saying this for the sake of saying it. I'm saying this as a very passionate Arsenal fan. It grinds my gears. In life, you should only stress about what you can control. Like, I can't control nothing. It's not saying I ain't passionate, but like, how far is it gonna go? Have we agreed personal terms with Eze? That's what we heard. But yeah, man. Hit the like button, everyone. Subscribe. It's free. Kai in the 10's meaty. I'm not saying I want Kai in the 10. I just think realistically, in terms of what Mikel Arteta demands of that role and that kind of stuff, he always praises Kai Havertz's understanding of his tactical requirements. So I could see him playing there. Obviously, if you're talking what we want to see in the 8.5, the 10, the creative hub in that team, then I'm not trying to have him there. Kai Havertz and Gyökeres up top, 4-4-2 things. I'm only on that, like, if we're chasing a game or the game requires it or the occasion, you might try that in a random Premier League game. I don't want that to become our foundations. I don't think there's a need to force Kai Havertz into the side. You've got a role to play here throughout this season. Ideally, the Bilbao game and, Gyökeres scores, you come off the bench and bag and you can rotate because there will be times to drop Gyökeres. But I don't want to force Kai into the side. I don't see any need to force Kai Havertz into the team. Obviously, if you did get Eze and you've got Eze and the Saka and this one and that one, I'm all for that. He signed for Spurs 2 months ago. I live in the Selhurst area and was told by one of the directors at Palace before the FA Cup final. I don't doubt you, but I can't believe you on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Super chats and memberships available. Help the channel go. Frank, appreciate you. Big up my mods, man. Big up to you, Kwame, as well. We need to be moral and back. Would Eze be a day one starter at Spurs? He walks directly into the role. Yeah, 100%. And to be fair, you get Salvinho, Eze, pardon me, you got Kulusevski and Maddison, obviously fitness pending. Not gonna lie, good attackers. Like, there's plenty of teams in England that have better attacking options than us. We got 1-2 man that can hang anywhere, like Saka. Not too many sides you can get into or can't get into. Obviously, where Gyökeres is concerned, I'm ready to be shameless. If your name is not Haaland or Isaac, you're not a better striker than him. But it's not like Kudus plays at this team. Eze plays at this team. Silvinho plays at this team if they were there. Liverpool, forget Salah and Wirtz and all of those for a sec. Gakpo gets in. Diaz, before he left, got in. Who else is there? Couple players at City. Well, City players get in. Couple Chelsea players. Couple people below that as well. Obviously, they've gone to United now, but Mbuemo, Cunha, these guys get in. And for me, like, if we didn't learn anything from last season, depth, innit? Because I don't want to get as dumb as it is. And obviously, everybody's got roles in the side, yeah, but you cannot just rely on Gyökeres and Saka. Everybody's got to chip in. And on paper, they're the only ones that I expect to do it for the majority of the season. So let's just see what's going on, man. Arteta mentioned in the presser that we won't have a concrete team like usual. He's going to image regularly. I don't know what image means, but like, I think that's one of the lies, bro. That's like when Mikel Arteta is saying, I'm going to rotate Ramsdale and Raya. Like, obviously, people want a new look Arsenal, innit? We want in-game management, which Arteta's got to be held accountable for, but we all want in-game management, flexibility, normal fullbacks versus inverted fullbacks when the time comes. Somebody mentioned Gyökeres and Kai up front. Obviously, if we look at the Bilbao game, it was kind of the same players, but we played a lot differently. You can't put those building blocks in place, rotating for the sake of it. There's no point rotating for the sake of it. This is not Sunday League. Like, I don't want people to, like, we've got United on Sunday and then Leeds the next week. We shouldn't be rotating the side for no reason. Like, oh, Madueke, you never started, so you can start. Or I don't know, Ethan start for no reason ahead of Odegaard. I'm not saying that I'm against it, but rotation for rotation's sake is dead. It's dead because you're going to see that on the pitch. You're going to. If Trossard goes, we will get a short aside from quality, even numbers wise. People, I beg you, proofread a bit because it's difficult for me to make sense of your comments sometimes, and I can't answer in the way I need to, man. Fair play to Eze for going to Spurs. Spurs didn't hijack anything because Arsenal even made a bid. Why? Because Spurs signed Eze 2 months ago due to Sun and Community Shield. It's only been announced now. Please, word to SB, can we concentrate? DG, did you put out your FPL code already? I promise you, look, this week. I only am delaying. I'll hold my hands up because I ain't done my team. Every time I go in it, you got to do your team. I need to do my research. It'll be out by tomorrow, and I'll make sure in the build up to Sunday, it'll be on my socials. It'll be on the YouTube community tab. So make sure you're following on my socials, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. You're checking out the YouTube community tab. When we're streaming, I will post it. I don't know for the changes, but if you are already in the league, I assume it's just like the previous years where I just renewed the league and you're already there. If not, it is what it is, man. We ain't ran out of bread, Marcel, man. These men don't want to spell bread. Like, Marcel, your trolling's a lot better. Arsenal always seem to be 1 or 2 players short of doing the business. We need to fill the squad with top quality, and it feels like we'll come up short again. I can't lie, they need to, because I'm at the stage here, like, even if it was an imaginary world where, I don't know, Arsenal get 99 points next season, and we finish second, and the team obviously above us got 100 or something like that, there still needs to be questions. I don't care about nothing else, because it's bottom line now. We've had 3 years. 1 where we didn't expect it, 2 where we took it to the last day of the season. Last year, which was a demi-downer from start to finish. The only thing that is consistent is we were second. I want to get over the line. And if we keep doing the same things are happening. I know we've got no divine right to win silverware and things, and people always say, remember when we was back-to-back 8th and things like that, and then they deep it. Yeah, we was back-to-back 8th, but that was the worst version of Arsene Wenger. That was something you genuinely didn't want to be. That is why certain people called for Donny to get sacked. We're now flirting with greatness. I'm not saying we're good. Some Arsenal fans are on this, that we're going to dominate and like we're building and the young players. I hope so. Same way, look, Marcel supports Liverpool. Foxy's in the chat. He supports Newcastle. Every football fan wishes that they could win every game of every season and every trophy. It's not going to happen. For me, when it's all said and done, you can't forget the past, but the past brings regrets. The future, I don't know what the future's saying. You can put your best foot forward. There's no time like the present. And we have not seized when it's all said and done, we have not seized the last 3 years. We haven't. There's no way around it. That's not me trying to be happy or sad. That's the reality. Because we flirted with it. People want to tell me about how good our defense is and the defensive statistics. And we've been bitching about goals. We've scored 90 to 100 goals, more points than the Invincibles, most points in 2024. Top 6 is one of the best things we've got as Arsenal fans. Personally, I don't feel we're going to be unbeaten against the traditional top 6 for a 3rd year in a row. But I didn't think we'd do it last year. Those games, remember, when the fixture calendar this used to come out, it's all a write-off. We're doing, first time back in the Champions League quarterfinals, next time semis, not getting embarrassed. We're flirting with stuff. So it's not like we're far off. We're flirting with it. Kick the door down now. Everybody's got the answers. Few people have the questions. My biggest question is, why aren't we doing it? How do we do it? And I think if we keep doing certain things in the same way, I think individuals within our club want to achieve it, but I think people would like to win. I don't think there's a demand to win. And I would love to see Mikel Arteta's KPIs. Obviously, I think he goes about in a mad way. I think he wants to win. The man says it. But what's your KPIs for managing this football club? Like, what is the main KPI? And what's the one that saves your job? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Ash, big up yourself, because if I don't see you live here, you're always in the comment section. So I appreciate that. Big S, my guy. One love. Chelsea hijack Mudrik. Look how that turned out. Yeah, but come on, bro. This is Eze, fam. This is Eze, my brother. Like, I hear it. Big up Solo Trooper. This is Eze, man. This ain't some random youth that was playing in Ukraine and whatnot. Like, my man is in the Prem, bro. Like, it's very different. Very, very different. Obviously, teams move from one Premier League team to another and stunk out the place, but it's very different. Naturally, if he goes over there, you hope it doesn't bang. Spurs, watch along. Let's watch Spurs lift another trophy. Hold fire on that, because I might have an event to go to. Excuse me, DG, but Wenger never finished lower than 5th. I never said that. So just so in case you misquote me, okay, fair enough. I did say the back-to-back 8th. That is for Mikel Arteta. What I mean by that is, and I was conflicting the two, yeah, in that people love to waffle about the fact that, the back-to-back 8th and 5th. And then some people do say, oh, like, look at what Wenger was doing and stuff. That was the worst version of Arsene Wenger, and he still won a couple FA Cups. I think that's gaslighting. We don't want to go back there. And at some point, we're going to have to ask questions. The biggest thing I'll give the players is I haven't seen you lot down tools. But anyone that understands sport, I'm not trying to scare people or say this is necessarily going to happen. But mental fatigue, 2022, 23, all right, the goal was top 4. We over excelled, ultimately came up short. The next year, we was going to fall off. Everyone was going to be better. When it's all said and done, we was there. Cool. We showed it weren't a fluke. Last year, I think it all starts and stops in the summer. You look at January and everything in between. There were some good moments, but it wasn't enough. How quickly how difficult has it got to be for these players, yeah, to keep getting themselves up for it, and then you're falling flat? Mental fatigue, doubt, self-doubt, maybe doubt in the manager, maybe needing to hear new things from another voice. That's probably why, beyond everything against Bilbao, I like the different kind of tactics, because obviously the players, like the low blocks, the inverted stuff, when it's all said and done, they understand, they understand that, in it, like they understand that. But because they understand it, like I just feel they need some new tactics, just get, to get the brain going again. Like they need that. And that's the area we're going. It wasn't enough because we had injuries to key players. Everybody gets injuries, bro. And we knew this. Mikel Arteta, prior to that season, he said we've got one of the smallest squads. So between Mikel Arteta, Edu at the time, the whole club, I'm past the point of blaming individuals. You're all in this together. In the same way we win, you all get your flowers. Injuries happen. Losses of form happens. For me personally, if we did what we needed to do last summer and the same thing played out specifically with what you're saying with injuries, I'd say fair enough. But that merely highlighted incompetence. Like, there's no need for us to lie. We're complacent. I think us fans and the players wanted to move in a certain way. I think there was a bit like this season, which we ain't sold no one. There's an emphasis on bringing some money into the club, personally, man. So we'll have to see. Feze goes Spurs, will you consider him an op? I mean, naturally, because he went to Spurs, but as a person, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Eze. At the end of the day, a football career is short. If you got an opportunity to go and do what you want to do, go do it, in it. Like, it is what it is. It's got nothing to do with me per se. Just wish the worst on you from a footballing perspective. If Arsenal miss out on Eze, that award Berta got is already looking really sus. But are they even going for Eze like that? I don't know who DJ is as well, man. Come on, concentrate. Big up DG. Eze wants Champions League team. So for him to delay and want to come back home means if Arsenal pay 30 to 35 for a start like Palace wanted, then the deal is done. I think it's going to take a lot more than that, but I hear it, man. I ain't trolling. If you had bread, how comes you have to sell to buy Eze? We don't have to sell to buy Eze. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Clearly, our football club is not under PSR issues. We saw this in the build-up to the end of the season. We are not under any PSR issues. We're not under it. We don't need to sell because we're in the red and whatnot. And even, let's cut the crap. This PSR stuff is bullshit. Everyone's breaking the rules anyways. Football's immoral in itself. So that's one. Let's cut the crap. We're not under no PSR issues. What I am saying is, like, you got the PSR issues and needing to sell on one hand or tread carefully like a Newcastle situation. Then you've got us. We're trying to stack notes and act broke. Like, we want to get players off. We want to tighten our ship, rightly or wrongly. Clearly, that's what we want to do. So we do have bread. DG, do you think chances are this manager doesn't mind not signing another 8 because of Marino? I knew this signing was just like Havertz will cost us in the long run, doubling down with Fakri. I'd love another 8, but realistically, it's not even that it's not a priority, but it's not a priority at this moment in time, man. In an ideal world, for me, 2 more attackers. In an ideal world, we'd have 100 likes. You lot are buying it. Absolutely buying it. 68 likes. To the 68 of you, hope you win the lottery. To the rest of you, unexpected high bills. Nah, Kwame, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. This transfer window is a 6 out of 10 so far. Where's the left winger? And to be honest, we've got our left winger. Like, it's Madueke, isn't it? I ain't got no beef with you, Madueke. Arteta, you have to make it work. It's as simple as that. You have to make it work. Isaac has moved out of his Newcastle home as he continues to force a transfer to Liverpool. I mean, the Liverpool move is going to happen, bro. Like, it's going to happen. It's what it is. Should be leading the race because they're the ones moving forward. Arsenal are snoozing. Spurs are getting it done. Simple as that. Yo, DG, you are on to Rants. I respect it. Big up Rants, man. Me and him do cook a good show together. I think of clips to come out on the channel, couple clips to come out on my channel. And yeah, Friday we go again. And to be fair, if United lose, it's long for Rants. If Arsenal lose, it's long for man. But I need Arsenal to win, man. Like, I don't want to, well, we got a show this Friday, the next Friday. I don't want to be going on Rance's channel. He's got them stupid sunglasses on, man. He's been talking too bossy. These United fans been talking bossy. Got love for Rance, man, but fuck his team. If no Eze, then at least try for Rodrygo, boy. Rodrygo is still, I don't want to leave Madrid. You got City onto you as well. I don't want to leave Madrid. I can get my spot back. It's more than a 6 out of 10. Individually, there's a couple transfers that are above a 6 out of 10. It's a techie one because on one hand, I agree with the 6 out of 10, really. I just think it's a competent window. It's like what you should be doing. And as much as I'm happy, I think the club have left themselves no option but to do this. Like in previous years, you might have needed a winger and a striker. You get one. Many fans would have been like, cool. But for years, you've been kicking issues down the curb. And on one hand, yes, it would be in terms of identifying every area, whether I think we've got players with Stardust and we can win champs and prems, another thing, but addressing every area required, I would say fair enough. One of the striker got there. One of the striker got it. He got everything he needed. I do need to see some outgoings. And I would be disappointed if another attacker, like, I don't care about Rodrygo and Eze. I'd love both of them, but just move on to the next one now, innit? Like, I can't give it anything more than that. And if it is about anything above a 6 out of 10, like if some people, and this ain't to catch no one out, if you are saying it's a 7 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, then the transfer dons at this football club have, I need it, bro, it is hot in the United Kingdom. People. See, I'm dying for you lot, and we can't even rise up 100 likes. It needs to rain, man. It needs to rain. Oh, my God. I'm looking at myself like the sweating chocolate darling is melting. Brownie, shout me. I can definitely work up a sweat. But anyways, yeah, like if it is above a 6, so you're saying 7, 8, 9, 10s, when it's all said and done, then I'm not saying it's perfect, but that means the recruitment team have done what they've needed to do. That means the manager and the players have to get things done. Simple as that. And that's why I'm kind of cool. I'm past the point personally of any frustrations about Eze and Rodrygo, and we do enough to get optimistic and then we move a bit mad. If you get 2 players, 10 players, 20 players, no players beyond this point, make sure you do what needs to be done in May 2026. Okay, okay, cool. This is what you better. Okay, no God, all right. Marino, Havertz, mixing them. All right, get it done. If this is, you look no more, because that's my thing. When it's all said and done, Arteta, I can have my criticisms. I'll praise you when you do well. I'll ask questions as I have. But you're the man on 15 million a year. You're the man that's been here 6 years. You're the man that's had us flirting with the Premier League for 2 years. 3 years, apologies, bordering on a 4th. Year-on-year progress in the champs. You got your UEFA B license. You, the expert, do expert stuff. Because I think it's a fair question to speak about silverware. I don't want to do the gaslighting thing. Like, about, oh my God, you only care about silverware. No, like, we've got ourselves to a point where it is reasonable to ask, why have man not won 1, 2 things? Arteta thought he could win without any improvements. His choices last season were Sesko and Williams. But listen, just pivot, innit? Just pivot. You can't get them, man. Pivot. Sweatbox, broski. Sweatbox, broski. Dying, bro. Sweatbox. What's it like in America or whatever countries you lot are, man? Come on, bro. I'm not hearing this. We've been very good last few years and have made very good signings this season. I'm confident this season will deliver a trophy. I'm saying the same thing. We've been okay last few years. My point is not that. My point is, yeah, we're not dickheads anymore. We're not getting pumped up anymore. We're decent now. My thing is, that's cool. Over the line business. And if we have made very good signings this summer, which I've said, whenever you look, bro, you lot have seen me gassing up the Gyökeres thing. Nobody can tell me I'm not bullish over Zubamendi, Zubamendinho. Them two are 2 level raisers. So when I look beyond the depth and addressing everything, and I'm looking at Champions League and this and that and the third, those 2 make me a bit bullish. But I know you need more than that. God forbid if those 2 get injured, how are we going to pivot away from that? So yeah, we need to deliver. You can be confident. You can not be confident. You don't have to listen. But I'm listening to your points. Nobody's right. No one's wrong. This is a families. We're Arsenal fans. We're just voicing our opinions. Whether it's been good, whether it's been bad, get over the line. Because I think you're good enough. I'm not asking anybody to do anything that I don't think they got in them, you know. I'm not asking them anything more than Mikel Arteta and these players. And I think, and I've said it. But I'll give you an exception. You've just walked in. I feel sorry for the players. When it's all said and done, they were sold a dream, just like the fans. They were done dirty in the summer. They were done extremely dirty in January, and still they stood up to be counted. Whether you think they're good enough or not, there's no hiding place. Whether you think our captain's good or bad, couldn't get dropped, playing with an ankle injury. 18-year-old Lewis Skelly stepping up. Didn't rate Kivior like that. Got a newfound respect for him. Stood up to be counted. When you remove the romance, look at the team. And I know it's romantic how we beat Real Madrid. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen. Fortunately, the one time we did. We're rocking up in a big game against the biggest club in the world with a centre mid up front. And then people want to sit here and tell me, oh, Mikel Arteta did it without a striker. Look what he's doing without a striker, which is great. And I'm not disagreeing with that. But it's a bit disingenuous. You've had opportunities to buy strikers and you sometimes spent peas in elsewhere. And I don't want to get into this year. But when we signed Kai Havertz, and again, this is just rumors. I don't know if it was true. But do you remember the summer we signed Kai Havertz? Yeah. And we wanted Kudus. And we got the Kai Havertz thing done immediately. Like it got immediate. Then we was hearing we kind of want to sell some players, see what we got to play around with. Kudus is forwarding. Now, if you're Kudus, you can't sit on your hands forever. You want to move to the Prem, things want to happen. Fast forward a couple of years now, we're getting some level of acceleration around Madueke and this Eze thing and Rodrygo thing. You see where it is. This is why I don't get vexed no more. Because I've come to accept certain things on the field, off the field, management. It is what it is. Anything's a bonus. But as I said in conclusion, and this is what I'm not saying you, but some Arsenal fans want to sit here and talk bossy and we're this and we're that and the third and whatnot. Bro is built like a cocoa pop. What does your gal like cocoa pop? She can make me melt. I'm melting her mouth. Don't worry. Or something will get hard. I don't know why he did that. You see? I'm trying to be a better person, man. And this is what you're doing. Anyways, I reckon Rodrygo will stay. Raphael seems our most realistic option. At this point, just bring him, man. I really hope that Arsenal sign Eze and this Spurs talk is just Palace trying to force Arsenal's hand. For me, it's just a move on thing. Totally agree, DG. Don't worry, lads. We'll go again next year. How many times can you do that and actually believe it? They are still motivated, but make or break season for me. As again, I think the manager, I think you're good. The players, I think you're good. Show me your winning manager. Show me your winning team. That's it, bro. Man said, thank you. I got my Euro Millions ticket. I need that 185 mil. I can't lie. I need to get out of this country and live in the sun and only come back to watch football and events. I hear you, Warren. But if you get 185 million, yeah, you got to donate to Arsenal's transfer fund still. You got to throw me a little change as well. Like, you can live with 70 mil. Can live with that. But you might have bread, but every team has a budget. Bro, if you lot can do it, we can do it. Like, I think this is what I mean. That's self-imposed budgets. You're just Marcel, I know what you did. You're replying to reply rather than to understand. So I'm not gonna argue with you. So yeah, man. If no Eze, then try for Rodrygo. But you gotta try. Joe Blogs, you gotta go and get someone. Because anyone that tells me we've got strong enough attack, you're lying. You're lying. They're not bad players. But when push comes to shoves, who's gonna do their thing? Saka, Gyökeres. People don't want to hear it. Kai Havertz has been one of our top goal scorers in the last 2-3 years. So him as well. Fair enough. You got enough to sniff at. You got enough to get positive statistics and good competitive records and fine margins. I want to get out of this trap with Arsenal fans with this ifs and buts thing. If we had the depth, if Partey, for example, didn't get suspended for the first leg, ifs and buts. Had we have not had 14 draws, we've been doing that for the last few years. And it's not that you have to look at the nuances, but when it's all said and done, there is that element of sport of getting things over the line. And I do think there's a section of our fan base that live in the moon and think we're Real Madrid. And I do think there's some that want to sit there and act like, you want to gas up the team. You just enjoy the journey. Nobody books a holiday, gets on in a taxi or whatever, checks in, goes duty free, gets on the plane, and you just want to stay on the plane forever. Eventually you want to land in whatever country, Boy, I'd give you a 1 mil, but Arsenal would get nothing in United fan, and I wouldn't even give them. Hey, fair enough. Hey, yeah, I'll do with a mil. I can't lie. 24 hours from the point of view, giving me that, it might just turn into 100k, man. Me with £1 million. Oh Lord. As things stand, I believe we'll finish third. For me, I'm on this, and I know you can win a league with less points, but you have to. Being good is not good enough, And I don't mean this in this disingenuous way. Give or take, you have to be great. Even last year, people can sit here because obviously Arsenal in the 2 previous years didn't win the league. But I feel there was a lot of talking about Liverpool in the same way that I kind of heard those talking points around our football club. Oh, Arsenal only up there because everyone's rubbish. Liverpool only won the league because everyone's rubbish. If Liverpool won the league where they're rubbish, what does that say about the other 19 teams? That must mean they're greater than everything. You have to be great. I've seen years of 100 points. I've seen years of, 90 points not winning the league. We know people want to sit here and say every game's a cup final. You have to be great to win the Prem. Being good is not good enough. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. Clearly, we've been good in the last 3 years. Clearly. But being good hasn't been good enough. What is wrong with saying that? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Employ the like button. Big up Karma. Big up my mods, man. Big up my mods. King Kai will cook this season. I think we're going to see players go next before getting more in. We need to get a move on in that. Maybe that's why they're lining up Liao if Eze doesn't materialize. But where are these? Forgive me, but where are these Liao rumors coming from? Like, where are they coming from? A couple of you have said that now. Where are they coming from? Like, at least with Rodrygo and Eze, like you've heard the Romanos, the Ornsteins, the Sammy Motebells, this one, that one. They've been speaking about these kind of man. No one ain't really. You've actually, from the credible journalists, Anthony Gordon's been name dropped a lot more. Morgan Rogers' name is not that we're getting him, but his name has been dropped a lot more. I ain't seen nothing around Liao, you know. Bar when you go on page 10 on Google and we're shameless, the game's the game, put him in the title and that. Where we ain't seen nothing with Liao. I hope so. Early the window, we saw those tentative links, but yeah, where's the Liao thing coming from? Genuinely, Kai's goal was quality. Yeah, where's the links? Yeah, where's the legit links? Ben Jacobs said we prefer him. What, Liao over Eze? When did he say that? Where did he say that today? Liao would be a brazy signing. At this point, like I'm having Liao. I don't think any player is perfect. I'm at the point, like, as you can see, when it comes to transfers, I'm the wrong person to ask my opinion right now because, like, emotion is taking over. I'm seeing what other people are doing in the market, and I know it's wrong. I can't act holier than thou. I can't look at what other teams are doing, but you can't help but get jealous. I don't care where Eze plays, bro. Like, I don't. Oh, he's not a left winger. He's not gonna play, bro. Just sign Don. No, we're not getting him now, but just sign the Don. Work it out. I think there's a lot of upside to Liao. I think there's equally a lot of things that concern me. I think right now it's a shiny new toy. I think Liao's got all the potential, but if he really pushes himself to be a very consistent player, it's great. I think Liao, I'll even go a step further. I think Liao's thing is there's no in between. You're either gonna be certified or you're gonna be shit. There's no in between going through the motion sort of thing. But bring the man in, deal with that later. I don't even care about the fact that people say he's not on defending because you're gonna have to under Arteta, and you can learn how to run backwards. It's easier for Liao to learn to track back than it is at this moment for Martinelli to, you know, have some flipping decision making. And I know someone asked me about Martinelli. I love the guy. I'll keep him for the bench. But the writing's on the wall. I genuinely think, you know, if we're still saying the same things about Martinelli, potentially even if Kai Havertz has a great season, just because of the wages, you might get someone that can do that role. Martin Odegaard, God forbid, but if you stink up the place, I think those three players, purely because of their wages and the squad is evolving and you have been part of it. But yeah, you can understand where I'm going, man. That aura is undeniable. I hear it, but I don't care about aura, man. Like, I just care about competency. If you're left wing, can I believe you're getting goals? Because I think Madueke's underlining numbers, for example, are quite good. His take-ons, all of that stuff. But then at the same time, when it's all said and done, the only numbers I care about is goals and assists. That's what wins games. So I'll give Madueke all the opportunities. Mikel Arteta, you have to make it work. You have to. You're the manager. We're armchair experts. Let it look, because Madueke, you could look like a genius. Or it's another kind of thing that we've seen. DG, there is also a luck factor, which is part of the game. No one can see when and where that will come into play. But yes, being good isn't enough. Yeah, but you make your own luck. You make your own luck in the same way we've made our own. We've obviously bought into what Arteta wants to do. That has seen us got to this point where people can laugh at us, but we are second. We have got better in the Champions League. We do respond a lot better to adversity. We don't really have. There's obviously been moments where we still have that element where, like, we'll lose one game, then we might lose another. We're feeling sorry for ourselves, but we do bounce back quick. So we have made our own luck. There's been times last season where we've made our own luck, or even in the last 3 years where we've got last-minute goals. But we're not making our own luck now. I'm not with this. I'm not saying you, but that's something mainly the pundits and the authoritative kind of media heads that speak about Arsenal speak about. You make your own luck in this life, bro. Because then there's good luck and there's bad luck. You know you needed to bring in depth in the summer. Last summer, you know what you needed to do. You sat on your hands, an element of complacency. I therefore believe this about a football club. So then you sign up for what happened, for how the season played out. You sign up for it. Unfortunately, that's the world. And please, I'm not here to criticize and draw people out. This is the reality. I'm not going to make out everything's amazing or everything's terrible. But granted, if everything's terrible and I feel everything's terrible, I'm definitely going to be here saying it. And if I think everything's amazing, I'm going to sit here and say it. I grew up watching United and Arsenal taking titles off each other. Now I'm watching Liverpool Palace in the Shield. It's mad. We both fell off. 2 nitties outside the bookies, man. Fingers crossed that's your guy, DG. Boy, shouldn't we just sign Eze and deal with the outgoings after? Boy, I hear it. And what annoys me is when it's the wavy players, well, to be fair, we got Jokeres and Zubamendi, but when it's the 30 players like Eze and this one and that one, you never hear the we need to sell to do all of this stuff. When it's and actually, quite frankly, players that are mediocre or don't, let's be respectful, players that we don't really know how it's going to work, that are not going to be cheap, there's none of that. It's getting done. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Facts, I'm making some good luck today. Everyone in their personal life, go make some luck, man. Go make some luck. Go make some luck. You have to make it for yourself. I do not have confidence in our team to win the Prem with Eze and without, Eze and a quality left winger. Lookman, Leao, Rodrygo, or Kinnan, Yildiz going to cost a change, though. Noni, left wing all season. Nelly, the super sub. Jesus, get fit. One last dance. Leao is mad overrated. He has one game every 5 he plays. I agree with, mate, you're being a bit harsh, but I agree with it. That's what I mean by it's a shiny new toy, if I'm honest. But I'm at the point, I don't think he's bad. And being overrated don't mean that someone don't think you're good. But I'm at that point, like I said, man, like, it's the wrong time to really ask me, because I just want to spend peas. Like, just spend the peas. Like, and I agree with all of this, but just spend the bread. Get the players in. Want to get excited, even if the players don't work out. And I know it sounds mad. Someone said Ben Jacobs 1 hour ago. Okay, so let's go on, Ben. We'll get into this in a second, folks. Don't you worry. Big up you lot as well. Let me make sure I go on Ben Jacobs' account. Where is it? He's just talking about HIJACK. He ain't talking about nothing else. Visa, HIJACK. Oh, yeah. I bet Jacobs, you're not a waffler. You're not a waffler. You're not a waffler. You lot calling him a waffler. You're not a waffler if you're saying things I want to hear, you know. Eze, please. Eze, don't do it, bro. Obviously, if Arsenal don't bid, I hear it, but Eze, don't do it, bro. Eze, come on. Let's be serious for a second. Eze, come on, fam. You scared of Martinelli, Madueke, Marino, Kai Havertz? Young G's like Wanyeri, he's colder. You come on, Eze, you scared of Odegaard? You can't finesse him for his spot. Okay. You can't force Mikel Arteta to change things, please, Eze. Pattern, please. Anyways, Farhan, appreciate you for the super chat, my boy. Eze waited long enough for Arsenal, and maybe he's worried about ending up in Palace and missed the opportunity to play Champions League. I hear you. And again, if you got there's a good manager in Thomas Frank. There is the London aspect, which you don't move too far away from home. You know, your commute is probably a bit longer going into Enfield rather than, I don't know where Palace's ground is. Well, their training ground, Thornton Heath or whatever. But you can't sit on your hands forever, bro. There's bare footballers. Arsenal have probably done it and pivoted to others. Other clubs do it. Clubs do this. Like, yeah, we're gonna sign you, bro. Sit on your hands. We're rolling. Trust me. And then you move on. This is the nature of the game. In the same way, players sell clubs' dreams. Everybody's lying to each other. Everybody's dirty. It is what it is, really, sort of thing. One love for your super chat and appreciate you lot. DG is Lookman going into. That is what rumors are saying. Nah, defo not sending strays at Ethan. But at the end of the day, Ethan's a very talented player, but he's young. He's young. He's just come on this thing. Eze, you've been about. These are the man you're scared of, with the exception of Wanyeri. Bring Wanyeri. Wanyeri, I could never be whatever. The Palace women train at Brit School, where the men train. I don't know, man. Noni is not what we needed. We needed a proven world-class player. I think you mean on the left wing. It's been a huge waste of money and will cost us the league once again. For real, though, don't kill your career, my doggy. Come to the red side of North London. Don't act up, bro. Why would you do that? Eze, El Canous from Leicester, Fofana, Leon, they're all targets. We're really close. We'll see someone coming in that can play left wing, and Trossard is pretty likely to leave. It does feel like Trossard's going. What do I make of Malik Fofana? I like him. I really do like him. For Arteta, you just got to get that greater level of performance and consistency out. Leao isn't worth the outlay for what he'd bring. Frustrating player, but fans want this signing based on emotion. I can't lie. Me as well. Check purple panel. Is that guy 30 though? And I mean, like, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I hope, DG, that the Eze stuff is just the agent talk to force Arsenal's hand. I hope so as well, man. I hope so as well. But the thing is, you don't know anything that's going on. Foxy's beefing Ben Jacobs. I called him out live on a Newcastle fan channel last year. He said Almiron was going Saudi. I said no chance because of his religion and Paraguayans not playing in Saudi. Benji humble quick time. Why are you beefing Ben Jacobs? Damn. What Ben Jacobs do? You could never want Eze and sign Noni first. I do think there's a reality where you could, but then Gozy, this is where I'm at. And I think fans of like the common football fan is going to say that, rightly so. Why did you do that? People already negative. We need to beat United and beat them solid to earn the fans' trust back. Arsenal fans are going to be volatile every week. You lose 5-0, God forbid, to Man United, sack everything, burn the place down. We win 5-0 against Man United. We're amazing. We're going to win the Tour de France in every sporting competition. Leeds come. 6 games could breed 6 different emotions. Look at preseason. Forget Arsenal fans for a sec. The way our preseason has been scrutinized, you can never tell me this ain't a big club. You can boy us about winning trophies or whatnot, but this 14 minutes for Gyökeres written off. Everybody's talking a madness about us in preseason. Fans that don't even support Arsenal know damn well every game we've played. I can't tell you what other teams have been doing during preseason. That's where we're at. It's a civil. We know how the external factors, how our team's going to be spoken about, the clickbait, the rage bait, the engagement farming. We know about all that. But with us Arsenal fans, every week, everyone needs to know what dynamics we're stepping into next season. There's a civil war, the Mikel Arteta in, out, shake it all about. Fans are on knife edge. You saw it during preseason. In every game prior to the Bilbao one. Bilbao now, playing exciting football. We're kind of mellow. Eze making us vex again. People were calling people. I had certain man on my channel, people saying Bert is a fraud. I thought we came in, nothing's changed. Remember the early minute of the summer when the summer really kicked off. Time does fly. Appreciate you lot. Now, Bert, oh my God, he's changed our life. Amazing. Now people say, oh, what's going on? That is what's going to happen every week. So get ready. Get ready. I don't know about anyone else, but on this platform, you're allowed to be as happy as you want, sad as you want, as long as you can articulate why you're saying what you're saying. Defo important, bro. You need, for someone that got dealt with at Wembley, relax yourself, Marcel. We got 99 problems. Moving to man at Wembley ain't one of them, you know? What happened when you bucked us at Wembley? We clearly are. And Marcel, I can't rate you. You ran. We did a watch along. You ran. Everyone was going. Has anybody seen Marcel the drunken somewhere in America? This is why I don't rate Marcel. Marcel does all of this. You see football, you can chat shit, but sometimes you're going to get humbled. He runs away. I guarantee you, Liverpool watch along, he runs away. And then he comes the next day, big him up. He comes in the channel. He's a bit more respectful and humble. And then he starts his shit again. Defo. Because Arsenal ain't done fuck all in football and everybody chats on us. What we're not going to do is gaslight my Arsenal fans. We're clearly judged a different way. I do think some Arsenal fans have a victim mindset. The referees are not too... We could have still overcome adversity with these refs, but we know how the refs are on. No one ain't going to tell me anything different. And I can't remember the ref's name. I'm still on to you for last season when Declan Rice got sent off against Brighton. Anywho's, Eze is good, but not better than Odegaard. Eze is a skillful Smith Rowe. Odegaard is the only player who can unlock Gyökeres to score a lot of goals because he knows how to break the lines with passes. So no one else can pass a ball. No one else with technical quality can provide assists for Gyökeres but Odegaard. So what happens if Odegaard loses form, God forbid, gets injured or suspended? So we're not scoring again. Fair enough. I hear that. What's the adult beverage you're drinking, DG? No, I was drinking cola, to be fair. It's too early for alcohol. Might need that if I see Eze go somewhere. We can't be relying on youngsters, I think, if we're going to win the Prem. They should be third options, in my opinion. We need more guys like Eze if we want to get over the line. And in my opinion, again, even Eze isn't enough. Imagine if Eze goes Spurs and then when he retires, wants to come watch his Gooners at the Emirates. As he should. Darren Bent played for Spurs. He can't stop gassing up Arsenal, bro. It's a job. You ain't got time to do the fan thing. Like, I hear it, and football's tribal. And obviously, if Eze's an Arsenal fan, that's an added bonus. But you lot don't even care that Eze's an Arsenal fan. Do you know how I know you don't care? It's not that you don't care. You want Eze because you see what he does at Crystal Palace, because he identifies an area that we need, because he gives us great collective options, and he's a bloody good footballer. Him being an Arsenal fan is an added bonus. You don't give a monkeys. Because there's an alternative. What if Madueke was an Arsenal fan? Bear if you don't want to hear that. Lokonga's an Arsenal fan. Fuck it. Lokonga's an Arsenal fan then. No one don't want him to stay. So no one don't care about that. And when you're a professional footballer, you ain't got time for that. You got one career. Maximize your sporting earnings and make sure you make these moves. If he feels Spurs is a step up from Palace and he wants to play in the Champs, go do your thing. And for Arsenal, you better bloody make sure something happens, man. I said, is your Arsenal shirt in the wash? Brother, stop watching. I can't wear non-Arsenal related stuff, and not to sound snooty, but Everyone knows how many Arsenal shirts I've got. I want to buy this season's one, but boy, PC specs. I don't know. I don't know that. Fabrizio just reposted that Rodrygo-City news. They're actually getting him, but best of luck. Who cares about the community shield? Bro, you do, because you ran. Never hiding, always front lining. Hey, stop catting my bars, man. Fraud, you see? They mock me. Marcel mocking me, but he's breaded. Get your own bars, man. Stop catting it. It probably don't sound as wavy. It probably doesn't sound as wavy with an American accent as it does with this Brits. Why you got a Liverpool fan as a mod? Because it's just a bit of banter. Marcel's a cool guy, and you know we banter about football, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, come on, man. Why are you here every day? You're here chatting shit about my football club, but you don't support Arsenal. So by that same logic, I hear it. But you like me though, innit? You like man, innit? Slyly. What does you get? But anyways, moving on. Do I like the new white shirt? 100%. Now, if we go through some of the clips and, well, not clips, some of the tabs and things like that, what do you lot make of this, folks? Can we keep smashing the like button, by the way? We've got 132. There's 300 of you locked in. What do you lot make of this? I'll read it out now. There is a burgeoning sense at Arsenal that they are gearing up for an unprecedented summer. That was on the 6th of February. Now, we've got, a couple of weeks until September the 1st. We've got a couple of weeks till September the 1st. Has it been unprecedented so far? That's not to say I haven't had some of the signings ain't been good. Is anything unprecedented? I don't know, man. To all you tribal football fans, shut up and just support the channel. Half you, man, can't even go 10 kick-ups. Bro, kick-ups is the least of their problem. These guys, pardon me, just sit at their screen all day chatting shit. They go into the real world. People are pushing in front of them in the barbers. There's a pretty babes. They can't talk to them. They can't do basic life skills. They got no source, bro. Big him up, though, man. Big him up. Spy said, clearly. But anyways, he will, mate. Trust me. I can't trust anyone in this life that says, trust me, Been burnt many times in this world. I have trust issues anyways. Lukonga's an Arsenal fan. Maybe I treated the man harshly. No, I'm just saying. I don't know if he's an Arsenal fan, but people only care about you being an Arsenal fan if you're good. No one didn't. Well, some people cared about Jeggerson being an Arsenal fan, but no one don't care about that. Nobody don't care about that. Zubimendi assisted Gyökeres' first goal. Noni almost assisted his second. Acting like you fans didn't watch the game about need Eze to unlock. To be fair, said we don't need Eze to unlock because we've got Odegaard. Bro, everybody unlock themselves. Everybody unlock themselves. It's as simple as that. But yeah, can't say I've seen unprecedented stuff yet. Eze keen on Tottenham move as Palace are informed of his desire to play Champions League football. Deal now depends on club-to-club talks, but Spurs are seriously working on it, as reported earlier. And I mean, had they have got Morgan Gibbs White, would have been lit. Jack Grealish to Everton, And it's nothing to do with Jack Grealish. It is, let's have it right, because there is a class issue in this country, especially around footballers. But the media, they're for racist. Calling someone at the M word isn't just the only racism. Because this is what they expected Rashford to do. I just want to know, does Grealish deserve this move? Teddy Sheringham, come outside. Enough said. Let's see what else. Romano has said more on the Rodrygo story from Monday. Pep, a big fan of the Brazilian and pushing for this option. Manchester City are seriously considering Rodrygo in case Salvinho exit as revealed. Pep would love to work with him. Pep has a massive pool, man. Has a massive pool. So yeah, we've gone over that. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I thought Xavi Simons was already a Chelsea player. That one there is still going on. I don't know. Ben Jacobs has said, well, Give Me Sports said, Crystal Palace star Eze would be open to a move to join Spurs after they open talks over a deal. Eze open to Tottenham and would also welcome an Arsenal bid. Haven't spoken to Mikel Arteta already. Spurs are the ones moving. Arsenal waiting as it stands with outgoings the focus. Ranieri also viewed as a number 10 option. So yeah, you don't want Eze like that. More on Eze and Spurs. Fresh talk started in light of Maddison's injury and failure to land Morgan Gibbs White. Eze a long-standing target, but earlier in the window, Spurs had decided not to move. Spurs aware Arsenal have player buy-in, but believe Eze has not discounted their project. Spurs also prepared to move quickly. So that's why they're going to get him. They're prepared to advance. They advanced and they're prepared to move. Arsenal are still moving mad. Both Spurs and Arsenal view Eze as a 10, where if Maddison's fit, that's another thing. But Eze, you can see how you slot in immediately. So we view him as a 10. Now, Arsenal not dumb. He could play right wing, left wing, and play as an 8 in midfield, but they see you as a 10. So they're rightly or wrongly, don't shoot the messenger. They are saying we've got Odegaard. We've got Wanyeri. We potentially have Dowman. We've got the option of moving my man in there. What's his name again? Don't shoot me. This ain't my thoughts. This is me looking at how the club is probably looking at this. Kai Havertz. That's them. Understand Spurs starting valuation similar to the 55 million paid for Kudus. Palace wants 68 million release clause triggered or matched even after it expires, in which even the expiry date of his release clause, there's been a bit of conflicting stuff in that regards. And this is why I tell people don't get too excited off media, because him sticking out his tongue when he was lifting and getting a medal at Wembley, people saying, oh, it means he's moving to Arsenal. How do we know he didn't hear Arsenal? Is like, oh, I'm actually in talks to join Spurs, actually. But who knows, people? And I'm a bit jealous because Spurs are working on both Silvinho and Eze deals, people. So, yeah, we could do with either one. So, yeah, people. Eze, Sammy Mortbell said, Eze is emerging as a player of serious interest to Spurs. Arsenal have interest in Eze, but the club are currently looking to move players on. So, we're not trying to forward with this. It remains to be seen whether Spurs' interest in Eze results in Arsenal accelerating the move. They're not going to force our hand to move. We're not going to do that. So yeah, he's emerging. There's no confirmation as to whether Spurs look to progress deals with deals for both Silvinho and Eze. Arsenal have an interest in Eze, but the club are currently looking at trying to move players on. With the likes of Leandro Trossard, Reece Nelson, and Fabio Vieira set to leave, it remains to be seen whether Spurs' active interest in Eze results in Arsenal accelerating the move for the England star. The Guardian has said Spurs open Eze talks as they try to beat Arsenal to Crystal Palace attacker. Spurs do not intend to meet his 68 million release clause. Now, that's a second club like us. Arsenal have been ahead, but want to make sales first. So if Eze truly wants to wait for us, then there's that, but it's not going to bang, is it really? Yeah. They've indicated they need to make sales in attack before pressing ahead with their pursuit of Eze. The delay from Arsenal, who are looking for buyers for Trossard, has opened the door for Spurs to act on their long-standing interest. Frank needs attacking reinforcements, as we know. An agreement is yet to be reached, though, and Spurs do not intend to meet. Where have I gone? I've lost where it was. Do not intend to meet Eze's clause. A further complication for Spurs is that Arsenal are believed to be the 27-year-old's favoured destination should he leave Palace. So maybe Spurs might be accelerating, Palace might be accelerating, but maybe Eze wants to hold fire. That's the only kind of things you could potentially save face. Arsenal have bolstered their attack with the additions of Gyökeres and Madueke, have shown ambition this summer. Anyways, they have spent close to 200 million and would like to shift unwanted players. Trossard has fallen down the pecking order in attack. Fabio Vieira has no future at the club. Arteta is understood to have identified Eze as a player capable of giving Arsenal an extra edge against deep defenses. So breaking down low blocks is a major issue. So he needs to be a priority. You and Berta, butt heads, get this done, man. Get this done. Slap Tim Lewis if he's acting. I don't care about the balance sheet no more. Creativity was a problem for the Spaniards team last season. Their hopes of keeping up with Liverpool favoured on a chronic lack of ruthlessness, causing them to draw too many winnable games. Fair enough, man. It's fair enough. So, yeah, what else have we got? Spurs are plotting a move. Eze has a release clause of 68 million in his contract, although there have been suggestions that this agreement was due to expire at some point in August, leaving Crystal Palace free to set their own valuation. He's got 2 more years left on his deal. He's admired by both Arsenal and Spurs, and it could create a potential cat and mouse kind of game. While both like Eze, neither would want to bid publicly for the player. If there was a risk, he would reject them in favour of joining the other. Both clubs will compete in the Champions League this season. Mail Sport has already reported that Arsenal will have to make significant sales if they are to fund a move for Eze. So Fabio Vieira and Cole, get out of the club, man. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, the most interesting thing is the release clause. His 68 million release clause is understood to expire 2 weeks before the window closes on September the 1st. So earlier suggestions his release clause was expired are wide of the mark, no? And again, Nelson, Zinchenko, Vieira, Lokonga are all on the chopping block, but they've survived because I did not expect all of them to be here in August. I thought, out of all of them, I thought Lokonga would be gone. I thought Nelson would be gone. I still thought, to be fair, Fabio Vieira would be dragging, and I did feel Zinchenko. So we'll have to see, people, exactly what's going on there. But yeah, it's been an interesting one. Zinchenko is available to leave Arsenal before the deadline, although the player is giving consideration to seeing out the final year of his contract and moving on a free transfer in 2026. Arsenal naturally would prefer a sale in this window. So would we. Now, people are going to call him a money grabber, etc. But clubs have shown they don't care about players. So why should he? He's got a family. He's got good wages. He might be happy in London. He might be happy at this club. He might think if there's one thing Mikel Arteta has learned last season is that I need to rotate. There's a lot of games. Calafiori gets injured. Lewis Kelly can't play all the games. Maybe I think I get an opportunity at left back, or maybe the gaffer even uses me in midfield or somewhere else. Maybe there's been no offers. Maybe my agent, I've pressed him to move and see what's going on, but that isn't that. Maybe I want to run down my deal, get my money from Arsenal and become a free agent, because it can't get any worse. Arsenal are not going to freeze you out and say, oh, you're with the 21s. The worst that could happen is what's going on already. You're on the bench. You're on the bench. You might get an occasional start. So I can't blame him. If Arsenal are to make another addition, it is likely to be in the attacking part of the pitch. Arsenal have been studying candidates to improve their left wing options, but ideally the club would like to make some sales before prioritising another arrival. Respectable bids for Trossard would likely be considered, though it's still not guaranteed he will depart Arsenal, even though contract discussions have stalled. So we're going around the houses and then round the houses again and again and again and again and again where these dons are concerned, people. On the topic of GYAL, he's open to leaving for a club where he can play regular football and be a starter. Arsenal are in no rush to sell, however, and none of the clubs tracking GYAL have met the asking price. So you can't go anywhere at this moment in time. As much as you may or may not want to leave, you might have to get your agent to work his magic and actually earn his commission. Simon Hooper has been appointed the referee for Arsenal's opening game against Manchester United. Paul Tierney's on VAR. Oof. Fulham remain in discussions for Nelson. They want an initial loan. Arsenal favour a permanent deal. Nelson apparently has other suitors from the Premier League, and Arsenal view him as one of their most sellable assets. But float the idea to Crystal Palace. Stuttgart are continuing discussions over a permanent transfer for Fabio Vieira, with Arsenal seeking a package worth 20 million euros. Our gaffer did say after the Bilbao game, let's see what happens in terms of where the squad is in the next few weeks. We're actively looking at options as well. There are a few players maybe that have to leave, so we will be open to see what happens. He's kind of specifically said what we've all known and led to believe, and what we see with all the other papers and tabloids, people. We have been linked with Malik Fofana. Apparently, we've joined the race. We did cover this yesterday, people. He's been linked with Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest every now and again. Is what it is. Wait, what? Don't gas me. Don't gas me. Why am I getting... This is where they got me, getting gassed off random websites. Cameron Smith, shameless. Vinicius Jr. in secret transfer talks as Arsenal and Chelsea eye bombshell deal. Big him up, man. You know what? Creativity. Well, let me guess. Vinicius Jr. is in contract talks with Real Madrid. Okay, fair enough. Oh, here we go. The Brazil international is yet to reach an agreement over a contract extension with Real Madrid, and he's now exploring the possibility of completing a bombshell move to the Premier League. That's according to the renowned account IndyCar. To be fair, Ornstein did hail him up the other day. Vinicius looks like he's been in secret talks with City. The Real Madrid star is considering a move away. The player does have concerns with all the uncertainty surrounding those 115 charges against City. It's no surprise he's weighing his options just in case. The Manchester clubs, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea are monitoring the situation. The player is very keen on a move to the Premier League this or next summer. I mean, if they were to get Vinicius, if you do have some level of hope for Rodrygo, you can guess that one goodbye. But it made me laugh. Spurs are threatening for the Eze deal, as we know, people. We know Manchester City have been looking at Rodrygo, but if you don't, you know that now. We've gone over that. See, I'm trying my best not to miss anything. Listen, this is who I want. Inter Milan have apparently expressed an interest in Magnus Akilushe. Can't pronounce his name. He plays for Monaco. He's cold. If you can't get Eze, bring him for me. Say his name all the time. We've gone over the GYAL business. We're not going to do that again. Earlier today, you would have seen Rodrygo say hello Madrid. It seems like he always does that when he's linked with a move away. So it all depends what conclusions you want to draw, people. It really does. It really, really does. So you're talking about where I don't care about that, man. Unprecedented summer though. Crazy. At Kliush. Where I lose value in pronunciation, the talent ID, but Akliush. Big up, Angelo. You tried, man. You tried. I tried as well. Sometimes it's not enough, though, man. We tried. We don't need Rodrygo. We got Martinelli. if you live in the United Kingdom, it's a hot day. I'd love to suggest that make sure everybody stays hydrated. I don't want you to become dehydrated and delirious. We start thinking and saying crazy things that when we're in our full mindset, we might not say. Even it's Earth, come on, man. Even if Vinny was available, I wouldn't want him. He's too lazy and a crybaby. Bring him. The fuck? Bring him respectfully, humbly. We paid 50 million for VR. I don't know. Football is the only sport I know you can sit on the bench, earn loads, and get paid loads, man. Yeah, but I don't mind the players getting it, Carl. What the players are getting is pennies to the clubs, and nobody put a gun to the clubs' heads to give these lot the piece. Eze is a necessity, not an option. Wanyeri is cold, but he cannot unlock low blocks. Spurs won't go in ruthless. They've never been known to be like that with transfers. They could long this out in time for us to make some sales and raise funds for Eze. I hope so. How many of the last 5 Charity Cup winners have gone on to win the league compared to how many of the last 5 FA Cup winners gone on to win the league? I don't have a clue, man. I don't have a clue. I don't think our club wants Eze now that Wanyeri signed a new contract. We should prioritize the left wing. North London beef, it's like 2011 again. Earlier than that, but I hear it. Showing ambition. They did the bare minimum. Oh, why is it taking me to the bottom? Thank you for keeping it respectful. Can we get a few more likes in? One love. Come on. Eze is perfect for Arsenal. He has 1 trophy. Arteta's 1 FA Cup and Charity Shield. Arsenal need to sell. Some of you take this YouTube thing too serious, man. It ain't that deep. DG can mod whoever he wants, man. It's his channel. And yeah, Marcel will be a mod. Because when it's all said and done, like, it's just football. We have a laugh for the joke. Like, that is one thing. Like, football makes people move too crazy. Like, it makes me move crazy, but like, I'm saying this, and football's all I know. Like, calm down. Like, relax. Eze will drag on unless Arsenal go for someone else. No need to jump the gun right now. Any team that wants to do it immediately needs to commit 68 mil. Spurs makes sense for Eze if he wants minutes in a World Cup year. Arsenal with their hands in their pockets again. Eze went from League One to having North London fighting over him. Everton is Jack's level right now. It would have been mad seeing him in the Champions League with Spurs, having been on the bench so much in the last couple of years. Rashford is going to kill out Barca and shut up those racist pundits. Amen. Amen. Yeah, I know, Johnny, I know. I'm glad we weren't all over that Grealish transfer. I'd have Grealish, but then I'm a hypocrite because he's not going to get numbers. And I want numbers in it, but he's a fucking good player, really. Arsenal always fall short of what they need to do. Hopefully this year it isn't the case. Getting 2 possible world-class first teamers who are wanted by some big teams and a lot of squad depth talent is one of the best transfer windows we've had. We all just don't love the Noni deal. And it has to correlate with getting over the line, man. A lot of funny, man. Leave the guy alone, man. Leave the guy alone, man. Leave him. People, leave him. Odegaard is not back to his best. Until I see him playing like 23, 24, Odegaard, Eze is currently better. Need Eze, a guy who takes 2 to 3 players with him and makes something happen. Facts. Odegaard was rubbish against Bilbao, apart from the pass, honestly. Nah, that's shameless, man. That's shameless. Come on, let's be honest. You definitely, to say Odegaard was rubbish, you're capping, man. Eberechi will cross to Gyökeres and score many. Our loss against Spurs in pre-season for so much traction, it made me think it was a league game. Trust. We never launched any bids for Eze. It's a fan dream to buy him, but we need to sell to bring him in. Paul did sell hella, man. We need to get better at that. Someone put that Salah record in finals. DG, in your humble opinion, what do we need to win the Prem, signings-wise? I need a game-changing left winger. I need Eze. I need a game-changing left winger. And then I think, I wouldn't say we're the best, but then it's down to the players and Arteta to give it a fight. Like, Isaac and Liverpool was crazy. City are the big dogs. I know they didn't win the league, but that would make me a bit more confident. For me, I'm more excited, or I think it more hinges, of course, on recruitment, but it's all on Arteta learning from definitely all of the things. But last season, 14 draws is where it starts and stops for me. We have to start again. We're not going to do anything beyond that. Love to watch Eze, but his stats aren't that great. But could you argue his stats improving in Arsenal side? If Nelly moves mad but scores our winning Champions League, or would you still want him to go to Saudi? What better way to go to Saudi? Look at Darwin Núñez, just won the league with Liverpool. Safe, brother. But Jesus is never available despite his talent, and Zinni's a liability, unfortunately. 0 goals in 15 finals. With signing Gyökeres, Havertz can now play as a 10. Odegaard and Havertz would be ahead of Eze. And that's the problem. What's your prediction for Man United? 2-1 Arsenal. Ask me again, though, in the build-up. Ever since Ballon d'Or snub, he's been inconsistent. On a positive note, I'm so excited to see Zubimendi in the Prem. I'm with that. Noni will be a superstar for us. I hope so. Jesus and Zinni, I forgot that's 400k in wages, and we spent 60 M's. We won't get back more than 30 for them both. It is what it is. I think the club will say, just give us something, but we're more than happy to just get off the wage bill. Ain't no one worried about Spurs. I hear it. People already delirious anyway, hydrated or not. Yeah, man. Drink water, man. Drink water, man. Don't come out and say crazy stuff. That first game is going to reveal a lot from a tactical view. Hiding tactics, not the best midfield, will be reviewed. What I think makes it extra hard to sell players is that Arteta is not adamant on getting rid of players. I disagree, man. But it's like these players, we're kind of reliant on these players. People can say freeze these players out and do all of that, but got them on big wages. When are you streaming with Jess? Oh, she had me. It's been like 2 weeks. No worries though, so it can't get done. She always hots me up on socials, so that's her. She doesn't know Arsenal if she don't want to collab with me, I guess. Trossard ain't even on high wages, so I don't get why it's hard to move him on. We must sign Leao. He fits our system better than Eze anyways. I don't know, you know. I don't think teams will pay 30 mil for them. Frankfurt don't want to pay for that, Fabio. Do you know what? If Rodrygo goes to Man City, and I know I'm being silly, and they've already sold people, just ask them about Marmoush. Just ask them. Come on, take a touch. Come on, take a touch. Take a touch. Calm down. You can get some. Relax. Still employing guys like Zinni and Partey, but we're on a different trajectory now. So hopefully we start seeing success. We need to develop some water that helps create new brain cells. Ooh, damn. It's all on the board and the club. The sacking of the kit man and how that was handled is atrocious. I can't rate my club for that. Boy. And mash. I hear it, man. I hear it. Eze's stats could be worse. Not being in a big fish in a small pond, though, hard to know. It's true, but I think Eze's more than worth taking the risk. I'd take the risk. I'd bring him to the carpet. I think he's bloody mustard. Like, I hear it. You know, I want the best of both worlds. You got multifunctional players that can play everywhere. Let the best man or woman win, in it. Like, if you want to play, obviously Arteta's the one that picks the team. But if you're currently in the starting 11, make sure you hold on to your shirt then. If you're on the cusp of it, make sure you're too good for Arteta to ignore. Simple as that. The Al's dribbling is another level to any player we have, and I'd rather him than Gordon. Zubi is crazy good. Arteta tanks players' value because he doesn't play them. It ain't surprised we struggle to sell. I hear that, but at the same time, does anyone want to play Fabio Vieira, Lokonga, Reece Nelson, all these guys? I'm not debating. There might have been opportunities for them to play, but really? Really? It's just the fact that they're on high. They have stagnated, and you are right in a sense, but they're on high wages, bro. Exactly, Nobby. You can only sell players if their teams wanted them. And is their agent getting a move on? Because I don't know if Zinni or Jesus, whoever's agent, might be trying to get them a move. And people are like, we like you, but you're injured. You're on big wages. We're trying to do our own little selling to buy so that we can buy said players. Is what it is. If we don't get Eze or another player, we're going to have to keep Jesus to fill those roles. I hate to think like this, but this club never does all that is needed in this window. Eze has played 60 games at left wing / left mid and has 32 goal contributions. But most importantly, you just see his key strengths fit us like a glove left wing. Even that, bro, just play anywhere. Slap the guys on the pitch and do what needed to do. Nah, come on, DG. Arteta wanted to keep the likes of Smith Rowe, Eddie, Zinni, and even Jesus last year. Always hesitant to move people he actually likes. Fair enough then. Well, he's going to have to be cruel to be kind then. He's going to have to. Like what he did with Tierney and the list goes on. Because end of the day, it's all on you now. A gal wants to... Wait, rah. You're moving mad. Big up a gal. You almost got... you dickhead. You thought you had me. Hey. They thought they were going to get me saying madness. They tried to get me out of it. One thing with me, I'm not reading no players' names if I haven't seen it before. Oh, you tried. DJ, I thought Berta was the man and could sell snow to an Eskimo. But we're going to have to see. He might be able to sell snow to an Eskimo, but we fucking hell, it's just difficult selling Fabio Vieira and Lokonga, I'll tell you that, mate. Afternoon, DG, we need to be more ruthless, moving players out the door Too many at the club are too comfy. Tried to do, man, dirt for no reason, and Earth's here all the time. What's going on? What the hell? I almost fell for you though, because I thought he said Ericsson. And that's what you died. I was like, wait, Eric. I might not be the sharpest tool, but I'm not the dumbest. Earth, you have to hold us like your mum for that one. I can't lie to you. Man, seeing us haggling for Eze and think GYAL and Rodrygo's in our budget, we don't have them facilities. Boy. Man said if the Eskimo was in Africa, he would buy snow. Shh. Nasty work, bro. Nasty man. Nasty man. But then again, you know what? In this day and age, if I did say it, and it gets clipped and it does around, oh my God, look, I made DG say some, what's the PG way of putting this? Some questionable things. All right, boy, it's out there, innit? There might be someone that just happens to go on the channel and, oh, I thought it was a joke, man. He's called Deluded. I actually like his thoughts. Then, boy, we're there, innit? We're there. That's what people, not me, but this is what people fail to understand. You see, when you see people saying evident nonsense, yeah, and you're going in their chats and saying, don't, like, you're an idiot, and you're posting their idiots and you're reposting them, you're getting the name out there. It's just like when people do the nonsense, like the racist nonsense. And racism is a bit different because you shouldn't shut up about it. But you know, when people are evidently on this very thing we're using here, right? X, when people are evidently rage baiting, as society, we haven't learned to ignore and not give these people a voice. We're amplifying things, and football reflects society, you know. So there you see it. Can we get a few more likes, man? BR, big up yourself, Killy. Not your club though, but yeah, done though. Come on. I think Vieira and Trossard will be sold just fine, but Zini, Nelson, Lokonga, that will really, really be hard at any respectable fee. And then it makes me look at it, yeah. Fuck off, man. It makes me look at it. Why did Lokonga get a new deal? Because remember, he got a 1-year extension. Not surprised at all. Eze keen on Spurs move. He's guaranteed playing time there. Fair enough. Recently, my missus has been requesting we try something different in the room with her best friend. Should I try it? I don't know, man. I'm not qualified to ask. I mean, oh yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, immediately. Yes. Today, it could be a setup though. It could be a stinger operation. You know how women are. It could be a stinger operation. You say yeah, and then she will suggest. This is the thing about women. They'll suggest doing that. You say yeah. Oh, so you fancy my friend? Oh my God! Don't you like? It could be a stinger operation. It could be. They say, are you sure? You might just have to act silly. Why would you want to do that? I'm nervous. I don't know. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it with anyone but you. See if she encourages you, then as I used to say. Crazy, man. That's crazy. Her friend. And then she's opening up a can of worms because I'm just gonna throw it out there. You know, if you handle your business with a friend, you might get the bird call. And you have the best of both worlds, innit? Could kill 2 birds with 1 stone consistently. Shit, man. It could be a sting operation. Be careful, man. Maybe her best friend is a guy. Whoa, all inclusive. What? I don't know. Okay, you gotta be specific. I can't give you advice on that. Oh God. Oh, you just rained on that parade, didn't you? The friend's a fella, boy. Then if it is a fella, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta check the girl your wife did it. She don't want to be saved. No, that's crazy. Crazy. A man said, does a friend have a friend asking for a friend? You're crazy. Delira, one love. Run up the likes, man. Them elite content for free. And subscribe if you're here, man. Your missus is for the streets if she wants to bring in her best friend. Trust. But that's the thing. That's one thing that some lads do, yeah. You know what? Some man know what a woman's like. You know what she's like. You know what she's on. Then you want to wife it or get your emotions involved. And then you want to act surprised when the whole shit when hoes start doing whole shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. If I was going to buy Martinelli, I'm not expecting you to ever play with your head up. I'm expecting all gear, no idea. To get it, you've got to be sensible, man. Please. It's treacherous out here, man. Big up DG. Hit the like button. Come on, DG Nation in the building. Protect your peace. Say no. Inquire, man. Just don't say anything. What if she actually likes the friend? Could be setting your own exit plan. And that's, you know, a gal are evil, you know. Gal, I do. They will do that. Girls are very calculated. When they start talking to you like HR, and when they start speaking to you like HR, they've lined it. We've all been there. You're not saying good morning with bare G's and emotes and cute nicknames again. This for one good morning and a full stop. What's going on over here? We've been here. You've been here before, man. After God, you have to fear women, bro. Big up the women, because a lot of you are good, but unfortunately, and I'm sure you can say the same about guys, but it's a treacherous world out here. It's an evil world that we live in. Boy. And it's so ugly, it's beautiful. I'll be real, man. And it's dark, man, because sometimes you'll be talking to girls and you're like, you're actually not, you're good looking, clearly, you're actually nice, but you ain't shit. Like, you have to pull your own heart away. Like, you, bro, it's treacherous out here, man. If you got a good girl and you've locked it down, stay over there. If you ain't, if you're, well, I would say if you're 25, 30, like myself, hey, but we ain't got no chance. Be on the streets, man. It is what it is. Not me, speaking in general, it is what it is, shit, man. We're going to be hustling till the day we dead, man. Shit. Sad story, but sounds like it, man. City say no to Salvio to Spurs. That switches attention to Eze Spurs. Why did you lot now say no? Love the information, entertainment. Come on, bro. I'm trying. I don't want anyone to, bro. That I've got stories for days. I've been, listen. I was talking to this with my brethren the other day. I was like, we was talking about tough times in life, yeah. And we spoke about heartbreak and being broke, like not having a penny, like broke. I will pick being broke over heartbreak again, like not having a penny, being homeless, having to, showers out the question. I will pick that over the Mazda. I'll pick that. I don't wish that on it. Everyone needs their heart broken, but I don't wish that. That's crazy. It's crazy. Because I'm a bit fucked. There's nothing a woman can do that doesn't surprise me anymore. I just think you're all the same. I just think you're human. You're not, none of you are magical and mystical and all of this. Like, if I want that, I'll go watch some African American black love story and with Morris Chestnut and I don't know, Halle Berry or something. That is not the real world. That is not 2025 in North London. Forget that. We're out here, allegedly. But yeah, see what I'm saying? Carl was trying to blame the guy for his missus one of the freezing. Boy, crazy. That's why DG and I stay single hunter gatherers. I don't throw me into anything. I'm so nervous when I'm acting up for the internet. This is all entertainment. I don't have no confidence. I start stuttering, speaking to him. I'm so nervous, man. Like I'm look, wait, 1 sec. I need to compose myself. 1 second. This is very, very, it's taking a lot of me to say this. So yeah. It's a trap G. My boy X hit him with that shit. It got peaked. Boy, that's nasty. Bunny Bleed. J. Cole told us about women like that. Be sensible. He said, but some men like it. Some men do it on their own. Some men like it. Some men ain't got no confidence. You know, there's some men, as long as their friends don't know and it's not in open doors, they'll accept cheating, beer, fuckery. Some men actually think, oh my God, you're so magical. You was made for me. I can't be with anyone but you. 2-2s now. Did you not come into this world alone? Does your casket have a bunk bed? We don't even know the meaning of life, but we know at one point it's all over. And in the grand scheme of things, we're going to die anyways. So we might as well live a movie. Boy, I have to put out this claim. I'm not involved in anything that's being said. I'm not involved. So it looks like we're going to miss out on Eze and Rodrygo. Peed off is an understatement. Like, who are we going to get now? Berto, Arteta, you don't have to pattern it. Panic buys incoming will end up with Jackson and Nkunku, Garnacho. Eze is going Spurs. We lose United and Liverpool. Panic, not a good look. Tim, Richard, and KSC lied to us fans. To be fair, they ain't even lied to us in a minute. Right? They're telling us everything. Girl stalked, man, and tried the Hakimi. Whoa, dark. Just protect your chest out here, lads. Gelly as well. Protect your chest, because what I would say to the women, guys will tell you everything under the sun. And they'll make that. There's different ways of it. They'll tell you everything under the sun. They'll play the position so well. And then one day, bang, out of there. We've all had a past life, man. Not me, but we've all been out here, man. We've all lived life. Fortunately, I've made it, man. Like, I'm cool now, man. Get Yannick Balassi. Come on, lad. There are good girls out here. If you find one, count yourself lucky, ain't it? There's good girl out here. Almost as funny as the Vinicius thing. Now there is, but dime a dozen. Like, 1 in a million. If you ain't got the little childhood sweetheart thing, it's over. It's over. It's so over. It's so over. You don't understand how over it is. It's over. Just accept. Women ain't shit. Men ain't shit. Everyone just it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Y'all don't have enough drama with football. Shouldn't need any more in your love lives. There's nothing like a good old drama. It creates a bit of razzle dazzle in it. Like, keeps the flame in it. Not me, but yeah. I've been with my missus for 22 years, DG. The love is still alive. See, your thing is different. You made it out the hood. You done it. You done it. Leicester winning the league. You done it. That is a movie. Unfortunately, not everyone gets the movie thing. We're here. I don't want to flame you, but what? 22 years. Didn't sample nothing else. Yeah? I'm just asking. Would you really? I'm trying to ask in coded ways. Icelandic women are the best. Boy. Afternoon. I big up Peckham, man. Appreciate you, man. Big up the Twitch ones. So yeah, there's good women out there. Boy, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Just like I'm sure there's a left winger for Arsenal to sign this summer. I'm sure there's an Eze alternative. I'm sure. I don't know though. You're moving mad, Jordan. Absolutely mad. These IC 2.5 shouldn't be listened to. Tell girls you trade and you're in. To be fair, no, but then there's lads. Lads go for the wrong girls as well, man. There are some wholesale babes out there. There are some very easy guy girls. Like, yeah, like there's, you're not making me think. There's a couple girls in my past. One quite recently as well, actually. We could have the future. It could have been calm, but shit, man. Who raided? TG. Big up TG. Who's TG? There's so much people that could fall under the TG thing. Big up though. Big up. Make sure you're subscribing. Man really said without saying 22 years no. I didn't know. I didn't say that. Big up True Gooner. Hey, my guy. Big him up for the raid. Big him up for the raid. Big him up for the raid. But 22 years. Never tried to, never tried a 1-2 something else somewhere else. Man said I catfish girls with DG pics. You're acting. We go for looks. It's how it is. Best looking girls are worse. Well, unpopular opinion. Girls are pickier than men. Like, girls are pickier than men. Girls are way harsh than men. Girls will dash you away a lot quicker than men. That's just the game. That's why men, get yourself in shape, get your mentality there, become the best version of yourself, control the game, and always be prepared to walk away. Because some of you are not walking away. I'm not saying it's easy. We'll have to learn. You have to be able to walk away. Nobody in this world is that special that your life is going to finish. As long as God still wakes you up, you're at it. Simple as that. There's only one Eze. But smash the like button. Don't know how we got there, but yeah. Yeah, but you can be with someone for a long time and it ends. Look how many people I see breaking up after years. Yeah, I've been in a long-term relationship. My first ever girlfriend. Like, yeah, I was in a long-term relationship. When that was done, it was dark for me, though. It was dark. I didn't know where to put myself. It was dark. Didn't know what to do with myself. You keep looking at your phone. There's no messages. And I didn't do the crying thing or the begging thing. No. And then when I realized you actually just have to, like, not heal, because that's not the right thing, but you actually have to do something else. Because obviously you're going out, you're meeting new people, you're doing madness. Like, I'm doing madness. But when it's all said and done and I'm excited, I come home, I shower, and it's the middle of the night. Bro, you see, one thing I learned in this world, yeah, see, like in the middle of the night, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or whatever, when naturally your house or your room is going to be cold. I mean, man said cold, not cold. It's going to be quiet. That's when it gets loud. You see, when it's just you and these things, at what cost? Then you just have to put your mind to anything, man. You just have to. I can't away from that. Romantically, the world, the real world. I'm just think the world's made me crazy in it, or I'm not crazy and the world's crazy, or I am crazy. Either way, trust your gut, lads. Yeah, trust your guts. City have contacted PSG for Donnarumma. I'd rather him go there than Man United. I don't like what Man United are building at this moment in time. I like an open season. Just have to soldier it, man. Just have to soldier it. DG the therapist. I do this for the guys, man. You never know who's out there. I do this for the guys, man. It's dark out here. It's very dark. Very dark. And you see, thing for me, because it's like, bro, I will never reveal the time period, yeah. But I know where to go. It was years ago. I know where to go around my live streams and stuff. When I was going through all of this, and I'm here, talking to me about Arsenal. I don't give a flying monkeys at this moment in time. But then it's some mind games, because when I'm here, the mind's here, and then it's done. Like, it's tired, and then you see them in places. And the worst thing about me is when people want to circle back. That's just how. Once you snake me, I'm not involved anymore, because if the same mistake, I try my best to live my life like this. They say if somebody does something to me, course, you give people the benefit of the doubt and all that jazz. But if you give people the benefit of the doubt once, which in some occasions you can in it, but once I couldn't see it coming, cool. You see, if I allow you to do that a second time, now I'm vexed because I have now made a choice to take myself for a prick. Go for character over looks. I hear it, but come on, man. We don't get, come on, man. Well, we don't. I know some people are commenting and stuff under duress, but come on, man. Looks are so important. No one don't care about your character, none of that shit. If you're not laying, like when you're laying, all of that's figgy. Because there's been butters things that try to chat to the man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. I hear you though. Most times the best looking ones are the most shallow. I disagree. I disagree, man. You just have to ask questions and make notes and don't ignore any potential red flags or areas where you're like, DG the therapist, depends what type of girl it is. The ones on the council state will ever go on anything. Fuck it out. I think we missed out on some market opportunities because we were too worried about Prem proving. Gittins, when we linked, well, he's dead now. We might get him in about 10 years when he's finished at Chelsea. But weren't we linked with him? I'm struggling to get any work done since these Eze leaks to rivals down the lane came. Brother, you're going to let Arsenal make you not pay your bills? Go and do what needs to be done. As Karma has said, welcome everyone. Hit the like button on your way in. Tim Lewis is King Von. Looks matter. You choose someone you're attracted to as well. Yeah, looks matter. And then when you see their mindset and you have romantic moments, it's like a girl could be 20 out of 10, but she becomes 20 million out of 10 when you get caught in the mind games. And girls are scary like that. Just visit Red Light District. Hell, I can't lie. Any man that pays for pumps is an idiot. That is a dickhead. I'm so sorry. How does that even work? Or do you just give the bread and you're meant to get hard? Like, what's going on? Like, that is crazy. I'm going on 14 years of marriage, so I know what I'm talking about. Hey, Marlon, we're listening. 14 years. I don't want to talk to you about 14 years. You ain't 14. You ain't. I hear it though, because I would like that. Like, if I go back in time, I would have liked childhood sweetheart. I don't know, the Lionel Messi thing, 15, 16, we're there. And then we're here. It would have been lit. It would have been lit. But that's not how the cookie crumbles, man. That ain't how the cookie crumbles, man. It's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Not everyone gets their movies. Some of us are out here. And I didn't say anything about cheater. I asked a question because love and relationships are cursed. Because at the end of the day, yeah, humans are faulty anyways. We're faulty. Everybody, it's not just, no matter how long you're married or whatever, you're not just attracted to that woman. You mean to tell me you go outside, there's not leg drops? What are you talking about? You have to make a conscious effort to commit. And that's why I understand what he's saying about not necessarily going for looks, because looks fade. Not me, but some of you go bold. Some of you probably got man boobs. Galley lose batty, breast start sagging. But yeah, it's always there. 22 years, always faithful. I hear it. Yeah, P, no, I rate you. Always faithful. See the assist. I know we've been, there's wiretaps. I get it. Like I said, it could be 30 years and still could end. Yeah, no, but that's like ain't anything in life. But then again, imagine that you're together from 15, 16, and I'm looking at myself on 30 now. You go through everything, and then it collapses. Oh Lord. Drove my first wife to drink, drove my second wife to the station. Damn. Man said best part of the show is girl talk. Improv, man. DG, you are now the new Love Morris after the late Barry White. Run the likes up, best show in everything. Well, appreciate it, man. Without you, like, be dead. Leao overrated, such a frustrating player, amazing skill, but poor decision making. He did have good patch, but backwards since. Fair play. But then again, like all of these guys that we're linked with, like there's question marks, but we just have to do things. KJ, one love, my dude. Not necessarily always gal talk, but live talk. I don't plan these things. When you ask things, we get there. There's bare len girls out there. Hella len girls out there. And we're trying to find them all. Was that you said that? That weren't me. I'm at peace with myself, working on myself, just enjoying my alone time. Girls will ask me my biggest red flag, and I'll answer. This is what I say. Like, I think I care too much. I think I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's all entertainment, man. Spurs and United trying hard to get back into the top 6, as they should. Leao is still better than what we have on the right. Ooh, you want to play Leon on the right? I hear it, left-footed, but well, not exactly. To be fair, it does use both feet. The only upgrade for Nelly aren't possible because they're both at PSG and are crazy priced. Giroud did his girl dirty 10 minutes before the game, do you remember? Big up the French players, but the French players are on that. Martial, Henry, bro, fucking Wenger was a gallus. Like, the Frenchman, they're on all of that. Like, they're on that. Like, they're on that. Je suis. You want to chat to me? Like, it's lit. All for them, man. They love it. They love it. Van Persie was like a wife you were married with for time who was ill all the time when she got better and cheated on you. Damn. That's like this more. You're very insightful and it's entertaining. When you lot gotta be here. You lot gotta ask the questions. I don't know how we got here. Thought it was a football team. My biggest flaw is I care too much. What are you gonna tell people I care? Hell will freeze over before I ever create a Tinder account. If I ever create a Tinder account, I've given up on myself. Me. Why would you want to do that? I hear it. People have to find stuff, but that's an idiot thing. It's what's the thing the girls say? It's giving desperation. Like, nah, not for me, Dread. Not for me. I'd rather get out there and go find them. Sweetening, why you not smiling? Type shit. Giving them interview answers. You got you, man. Because the thing is, and that's where men can see what girls are like and act up. Girls are the same. Because a lot of women, they can see brothers ain't shit. The guy's a walking red flag. But because he's got the gift of the gab, he's handsome, he knows the thing, you're going to be with him, and then he's going to do the same thing. Moral of the story, men and women, everyone's just stop being an idiot. No. It's crazy out here. Yeah, Martial, different. Even, well, it's very different, but Leon Bailey, the other day, subjectively, like, fucking hell, mate. Like, that group chat must have been banter, wouldn't it? Crazy works. Absolute crazy works. Your biggest red flag is Arsenal, mate. But they see that as loyalty. And they say that to me, like, yeah, she's loyal to the football club, not you. Shit. What? The only thing that is going to be a constant thing in my life is this football club. Or up until this point, at 30 years, I've had long hair, I've cut my hair, gone through school, bare things, gone from a little boy to a teenager to a man. You get where I'm going. Arsenal's been the same. I'm here to the end, man. I'm here to the end. To the end. Can we get to 200 likes? Yeah, they are always better than what we have. You know you're doing your thing when she texts, calls you mid-afternoon stating she made you dinner for the next few days because she just wants you. And that's the thing. Another thing, when a girl actually likes you, she'll not fully invest, but quote unquote, fully invest in your interest, and she'll do little things to help you. That's why I don't get where, like, some of my friends are with girls. I'm like, do you definitely hate her? Does she hate you? Like, what's going on? Do you have a pick with long hair? I'd have to find one, man. At the Cape Rose, before the Cape Rose, man. I only cut my hair, I'm 30 now. I cut my hair at 18 years of age. I just had enough, man. Like, this is long, fam. I want to go back though. I'd love to, but I'd love to just skip to the final stages. I don't want to go through the struggle again. I'm not really on it. So yeah, De Niro, you're moving mad. 10-10, but she's a Spurs fan. That can run immediately. I don't care about 22 men in Arsenal and Spurs' case. If she thinks I'm Leng, I think she's Leng. Get out of here with that, man. I'm not supporting Spurs. That would mean men, and we're all inclusive, men are at the forefront of my mind a bit too much. Forget that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. She probably don't even know about ball like that anyways. Who does it? Braids. This is why you see the summer. Yeah. The summer is lit. The braids. All the braid things the girls do. The braids. And all them styles there. Like, it's like, oh, it's mad. But we're going left now. We're going left. On that note, we're going to get out of here, people, man. I can't lie. It's boiling. Actually, just want to go for a walk and read a book. It's too hot, man. I've got some videos to come out. I will cut up the transfer news part of this clip. But until then, man, you lot stay safe, stay blessed. One love.